Okay, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so part two. Let's see. Let's keep a time open. Okay, so part two. We're doing Captain Britain, and this time I'm gonna go in a little bit more detail. So I'm concentrating on the head. I'm still in the same layer in Manga Studio. I'm using the pencil. Everything's on white. I'll just close this up a little bit more. As you can see, I'm just going in and just refining some of these detail. I use white on gray because it's easier for me to see. I guess that's most cases because probably because I'm sitting in a deep dark basement and it's actually nice and cool this summer. So just gonna try to figure out how to do his helmet, but here's his eyes, face like that. And I guess I want to expose some of his hair, so I want to make sure this is like. Let's try to do like a, like a suit. Give him some wrinkles as we come down. So our neck, something with the Adam's apple. Give him something like that, and give him some. We'll work into the shadows. Maybe we'll do a light source here. Like that, and some backlights. So this is black light, so be some highlights so you can actually see some stuff here, some lights here. I guess this is our main light, so it'll probably face like that. So cast shadow will go that way. So as long as we remember, and the shadow falls off, of course. If you remember your sketching as you go along. So I'll just move. Keep forgetting that I have a touch screen and you got to use my fingers. Thing with the reason why I used the Microsoft Surface was I needed a laptop and portability, so I can actually draw. I used to do storyboards for film production, second unit director and stuff like that when I was living out in California. But drawing has never left me. I always love I know there's cartilage and veins in the muscles, some of these people. So I used to draw storyboards, and I used to sketch up a lot on a laptop, and I was running around with a Wacom Intuos tablet, which was part of me all the time. And I wanted the Cintiq, but Cintiq isn't really something I want to run around in the field with, especially when you're on location or at at a studio site or production or something like that, unless they have one handy. But you gotta plug in the software and stuff like that. So I had a laptop that ran, kind of taped my stuff to it. All right, so let's give him some. So I need to, when I'm drawing this, I always have to think of where lights are coming from. The light's being cast, so I need to, I guess, muscle tones to make shadow go this way. More shadow that way. And we also want reflective there. It'll be dark-ish here, I guess. Show that. Forget what was that muscle part called, but do it a rough like that. Same thing. Stress like that, I guess. So we're getting lights from this way too, right? So that. We need to give them shadow somewhere here. I gotta go this way. If you want anatomy and you don't have an anatomy book, I recommend going to something like one of those muscle magazine websites, or just pick up a muscle magazine. Those Iron Man guys, where the guys are like huge. Because what they do is when they're working out, they actually workout part of their bodies where it's predominant. You can actually see their muscle structures because that's what they need to work out. And that's how sometimes I find it's good to have in your set. We'll give them some abs like that. Zoom out a little bit so we can actually see the overall. There, adjust. Okay, 5 minutes in. Conscious of the time. Give our guy a bit more, you know. Give him that. There we go. There we go. Okay. I don't comment a lot. Hopefully I should think what I'm trying to do. So that'd be dark. Shadow. I guess give him some short gloves. Should do something on his shirt. He's got a Union Jack, but let's bring it down. Yeah, we'll do something like the uniform. Give him some reason I always like doing something like this as a shoulder pad or something like that. It just gives it more. Oh man, it's starting to look like X-Men. Okay, maybe that's unconscious. I just saw X-Men Future Past and can't believe all the little thing they threw in there from, I remember reading all the comic books and stuff like that. Okay, so Cam Britton. Give him a sharp. Pulls them up like this. Give him shorts. Come down. There we go. Maybe something like this. You gotta remember these guys are, don't know how they keep these spandex and stuff up. Okay. That. Shadows. As you can see, I just keep going over the area. So this would be over top of it, so I don't have to worry about it. So, you know, I don't really erase. The scratching you might hear, that is because I need to replace my nib. Probably too cheap to buy new nibs. I can't. Sometimes I wonder. They charge me almost $5 for 3 or 4 nibs here in Canada, plus the tax and stuff like that. I miss California and running into Fry's Electronics. Pick up a whole bag, or just head over to Wacom itself and talk one of the product manager and actually give me some nibs. You hear me, Wacom? Alright, so let's see. Okay, so we'll get down to the legs. Oh, 9 minutes. Not bad. Okay, so let's really exaggerate some of this stuff here. Let's see, some calves, calf muscles. Lean over here. Shorten them down a little bit. Like that. Some knees. Alright. Knees are always like some sort of round objects. Like they're connected by tendon and I think that's how you say it. Tendons. Not tendons. Not tendons. don't want to give him those weird flying boots. What are those flying boots? What do they call those boots? Horseback riding boots. I'm not too thrilled with that, so we'll just keep his kneecaps clean. Maybe we'll do something like just regular boots with straps or something. Not too thrilled with these gloves either. I like those short gloves. Maybe we'll do that. Future tense. Let's see. What does he look like? Oh, nice. Or did I just click on the wrong link? Anyways, okay, so back to Manga Studio. So as you can see, this is my tool. Let's see. I guess we'll... Light's coming from the top. And remember, light's coming from this direction. So coming down. So I should get some shadows down here. You know, light on this spot. Shadow. Again, kneecaps. And we'll darken him. I guess this would be part of his uniform. I gotta figure out the colors after that. Go this way. There we go. Alright. As you can see, I'm just going over my lines. As I go over my lines, my forms are slowly being flushed out. Let's see. Give him some muscle around the hand a little bit to give him some texture. There we go. We don't want to go too much like that. I'm not really doing anything. So I'm just kind of trying to flush out the detail a little bit more, and there. Very RoboCop with an X on it, but hey, that's not bad. That's a start. So we just need to figure out what the theme and all the other stuff on the background is. But overall, I mean, this is my process of, there should be some shadow under his neck here. My process of actually drawing something like for Fan Art Friday, hoping you know, Union Jack kind of flag or something like that. I forget. Hopefully this will. Then next step is, I guess we'll I'm gonna start penciling it with or ink it or something. I prefer to start with a pencil. I'm not a big inker myself. I'll leave that to the inking guys. There's actually some fantastic inkers out there, some colorists and stuff like that, but I guess we'll learn this as we go along. Alright, so that, I guess this is a little bit more of a flush. So how I went through it. I'm always thinking things like light, you know. This is my main, this is my backlight, and I guess I'll just need my third light somewhere, you know. Maybe it's coming up from this direction, another light source, you know. This is just a softer, you know, secondary light just to give their character. And we need to figure out where he's going to be standing, or do we just, you know, sketch him out like this. So that's it. First part. Oh, almost 15 minutes on this one. I'll see you in part 3. Well, it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm probably going to hit the bed soon. Or I'll continue on. See? Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Or girls, too. 1, 2, 3, 4.